Hey, you guys, what's up for another Blitz edition of the Ham and Juice podcast? This time with
we totally didn't have a massive technical issue. Anyway, it is the Ham right here, and we have our famous co-host right here.
Jason Juice. All right, let's get into it. How you doing?
What are we gonna do
next? Doing good. Hunter's doing good. Yeah, we're doing good.
Everybody good. News today. We have a new cryptocurrency by Lil Yachty. Jason, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about cryptocurrency?
Cryptocurrency sucks. Should have been called Yacht Coin, not coin, nautical coin. Because
in fact, it is called Yachty Coin, and it's not the first basically cryptocurrency launched by a rapper.
Really?
I mean, we've had
Akon, who made Wakanda prototype in Senegal.
It's true. He is prototyping Wakanda by calling it Akon City. He is operating with Acoin. Acoin. I would invest in Acoin, Jason.
Acoin's a fun name. Yachty Coin sucks. I don't like blockchain. I don't like cryptocurrency. Okay, let's move on.
Jason hates math, and so do I. What else we got? We can take a sec. We're not super crazy. Okay. Drake. Would you guys buy a scented candle that smells like Drake? Would you, Jason?
I would, sure, why not? What's wrong with that?
Well, you're going to have that option soon.
What do you mean?
Because Drake is starting to sell a candle, partnering with, oh my God, he has his own line. It's called the Better World Fragrance House line. And it's
fragrances.
Yeah, and he has 5 different essences.
All right.
One is called Carby Musk. That's $80, and it is a smooth musk fragrance that is introspective as an interpretation of your beautiful self, yet extroverted as how. Hold on.
This is really hard, man.
As how you would want others to see your bold and brilliant self. The scent features notes of musk, amber, cashmere, suede, and velvet. And here's the kicker: it actually smells like Drake. Oh my God. Jason, I would buy you this, but unfortunately, these are all sold out. The other ones are called Sweeter Tings, Williamsburg Sleepover, Good Thoughts, and Muskoka. Yeah. All of these could have been Drake songs. In fact, Sweeter Man is a Drake song. So I think this is beautiful. It's beautiful. This is the next step for Drake's career. Travis Scott became a burger. Drake becomes a perfume.
Candle.
It was a candle. That's true, actually. You know, I think I'm losing my mind here. Another thing here, we have a Jason moment, as I would call it. As some people will call it. Trouble said he would be fine with Drake sleeping with his wife for a feature.
All right. Due to some issues, he clarified some of the statement. Mr. Trouble did. He doesn't have a wife, so he's just talking out of his ass.
Okay, but however, he clarifies in that same statement that he would still let her do it because, you know, the money, right? The money is important.
Yeah, but like you could say anything. This man's just saying things. When he finds a person he really loves and he has like a Drake feature or his wife, I think he'll be thinking a lot harder about whether he wants to do it. Like, you know, people say that they have these ideas and notions about what a relationship should be and before they have it.
That is true.
So I think he hasn't found the one, and he thinks a Drake feature is what would put his life together over a stable and fulfilling relationship, which is naive at best.
Well, Lil Duval actually put out a poll asking, would you let Drake have relations with your wife for a feature? An impressive 30% of people said yes. 30% of people said yes. 70%, 69% to be completely clear here. Said no can do. 30.7% said yes. It's very interesting. So I do think that a lot of people would, from what I can see here. 3,248 votes. I mean, this could be big news for Drake. Future business opportunities. I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see. Jason, what's up next? What we got next?
Can we talk about Tyler?
Oh, we can talk about Tyler.
If you don't know, Tyler, the Creator, confirmed he voiced random characters in GTA 5.
Big thing before we start into this, Jason is possibly the biggest GTA 5 fan I've ever known. If I bring up the idea of stealing a car, which, we've talked about sometimes, you do what you gotta do, immediately Jason takes control of the conversation. He directs it towards GTA 5 and more legal.
A car, that crime is called Grand Theft Auto, which the game is named after. I've been playing this game since it literally came out. It's 7 years old, and people just learned that random characters are voiced by Tyler the Creator. What are some lines he's saying?
I really love. What is it? I love potato salad. Hey
I
yo,
love,
you like potato salad? Yeah.
yeah, which is like I don't know when these voice lines were in, but if they were in the beginning, that kind of predicted the ASAP Rocky Potato Salad song.
That's true. That's true. I would be inclined to say they weren't, but if they were, that would be even crazier.
Maybe it's just something he likes and he references a lot in his work.
That
So
is true.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Next up, we have Rick Ross offering support to Nate Robinson. Jason, how did you feel about that whole night overall?
I'm a big fan of combat sports, boxing, MMA, and I watch a lot of it. So the production was really good. You could tell Nate Robinson was not prepared. He didn't care about Jake Paul. He thought he'd go walk through him because he's athletic and he played basketball.
True.
And Jake Paul knew the credible threat Nate Robinson possessed and trained a lot. And you could tell that with the technique, how comfortable he was, how he knocked that man cold on the floors, on the canvas. It was kind of crazy.
It is
Rick
true.
Ross.
I mean, if you look back on that fight, I believe he knocked him down once. Nate Robinson got back up, basically charged back in again, and then, Jake Paul basically just put him down. If I remember correctly, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, that was
crazy.
Yeah,
I think he acted foolishly, not respecting the sport of boxing. But Rick Ross said people don't respect Nate Robinson enough.
That very well could be true. He is catching a lot of disrespect, and he did, at the end of the fight, he did say, it was a pleasure to fight him, and he wasn't disrespectful at all.
Yeah, he wouldn't say, oh, he should never do that. I think Jake Paul understands how much courage it takes to step into the ring and to fight, and he shouldn't be getting disrespected. I don't think anyone after a loss like that. It's not like basketball, and Nate Robinson do basketball. You lose, you go into another basketball court the next week.
Exactly.
A fight has more stakes, personal weight, and so on.
I mean, these people train for like months. Ross
would also know about.
Yeah.
Because he is thick.
That is true. Yeah. So it is kind of surprising to me that Rick Ross himself would come out to support Nate Robinson because I've never really seen Rick Ross do something like this before. But I believe Jason had a point about how. I guess there was something about empathy, I believe. I don't remember.
So Rick Ross gets clowned on a lot, and he recognized that Nate Robinson at his lowest moment was getting clowned on super hard on Twitter. He empathized with that moment because he's been online. He's been harassed online, so he's trying to help Nate Robinson out at a moment where people don't want to support him.
This is an interesting theory, and I'm actually inclined to. I want to believe.
Like that alien poster. I want to believe.
But yeah, very interesting. What else we got? Oh, we got a new monster tape. Dude, I'm so hyped for Future, man. Oh my god. The king of trap music. Sorry. Verbal misclick, If you don't know, Monster is his classic 2014 tape. If you haven't heard Coding Crazy, Throwaway, Fetty, even all those songs are on Monster. Considered by many to be the quintessential Future tape in terms of it is the sound when you come to expect from Future. I think, in my opinion. And last year he recently put it back on streaming. Because it wasn't really on streaming at the time of release, and he's been teasing a picture on his Instagram. And it's basically just him with Southside, Metro Boomin, and DJ Esco in a studio, and he's basically just wrote for the caption "Monster 2?" ? So I am incredibly hyped. Because Metro and Southside basically they did some of the production, and I think Esco hosted the original Monster. So I'm very excited. I think that this is going to be a big project for this year. I think it would be the equivalent of the Savage Mode 2 of this year if he releases it next year. Just a classic return to form. Maybe he can even push out a little bit. Maybe try to break some boundaries.
Yeah, I don't know. I like sequels to albums, especially albums I haven't heard. So
he did Beast Mode 2 and Dirty Sprite 2, right? So I definitely think that there's potential here. And
Hope Life is Good is on it.
That would be good. Life is good. Man, life is good.
All right. You know what's not so good?
What's not so good, dude?
Kodak's situation in prison. He is doing so poorly. In fact, he vows to give $1 million to charity if Trump pardons him.
That is crazy. That is crazy, man. Like, on the one hand, I can definitely believe it because it's Kodak Black. But also,
but like within a year, why can't you give it in a lump sum? I tell you what, Drake put out $1 million in one music video.
That is true. God's plan.
God's MFing plan. All right. So Kodak is no Drake. We all know that. Where is he gonna find $1 million? He spent a lot on legal fees. He's gonna take it from the bank and give it to people. My guy, you're not on the list of people. Also, my guy, he's not on the list of people. Priority list of pardons. I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah, that's entirely true.
I mean, he's in for federal racketeering or federal, what is it?
Weapons charge? He's a weapons charge. Yeah, weapons charge.
So he was on probation and then he had a gun on him?
Yeah, that's the case. Yeah.
All right. So that's real crime. It's not like petty crime. It's not like plead guilty crime. This is years. Right? So
I believe this is I don't know if it's a federal. Is it a federal? It is a federal offense.
It's a federal weapons charge. Federal weapons charge.
Yeah, it is. You're right.
So, his last hope is a pardon because Biden ain't giving no time to people.
That is true. I do not see the president-elect.
Kamala, tough on crime. So
she is very tough on crime.
We'll see.
We will.
Good luck to Mr. Kodak. $1 million for charity does help a lot, but did not help the fact he did a crime.
He did say that that's on everything, so it's potentially.
I don't trust him. He said he wouldn't commit a crime again when the probation. That's what probation is, right? You say I won't commit a crime again unless I go to prison.
That is true. But he said. But did he say that was on everything?
It was in court. It's all like legal. Yeah, that's.
I mean, but did he
everything.
Swear that was on everything though?
I'll tell you what. When you swear in court, like on the Bible or whatnot, you swear that the consequence is your freedom. Which to a lot of people is everything.
That's fair.
Prison takes everything from you.
That is fair. Don't go to prison, fellas. We don't endorse that.
We don't advocate for going to prison. We actually say don't go to prison. Don't do crimes.
Go to prison. Do not do crimes. Next up we have let's keep looking here. Oh my God. We have Bad Baby. Bad Baby. D-Baby. Literally a baby younger than us. Man. Okay, so I'm gonna take you back really quickly. Remember back in April when she got clowned on because she went on Instagram Live and people were saying that she tried to act black and she was like, I know. Y'all just want to hate me no matter what I do. I get my makeup done now. I'm black. Get the screw out of here. That's the makeup light. It's supposed to, I'm not gonna read out this whole thing, but basically it ends off with her saying, "Who wants to be black? I don't understand that. I just can't comprehend that." Then she compared herself to Tarzan by saying, y'all say that I'll try to be black because maybe the reason is because I grew up in the hood. Tarzan, right? The story of Tarzan. Jesus, man.
I'm not going to explain why that's a bad thing to say. I think we should know. I think our audience is smart. And
she recently put out a statement. Jason, if you'd like to read out the statement, if you want to.
Okay, let me.
I can if you want. I can do the voice if you will.
Can you do the voice, please?
I apologize to everyone who was offended by what I said. It was not meant how it was taken. I would like for y'all to understand that I did not mean it in a bad way. I was saying it like, who are you talking about? Not meaning it to be bad like that. Please don't twist my words. I truly never meant to offend anyone. This is the last time I will defend myself on this topic. Y'all can twist whatever you want, but I know what I truly mean.
Nah, she sus. Are you kidding me?
No way. That was pretty sus. I'm not gonna lie. That was sus.
That's lawyer speak. The y'all was for spice. We can't let that happen. We can't let that be.
I completely agree. This is it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. Quite a flip. I think this April, December, 8 months? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. You can judge her yourself. You know, we're not really pronouncing a whole lot of judgment on this woman. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the Joyner Lucas beef with Logic. He's basically talking about what happened, what changed. Jason, what do you think?
Okay, so Joyner Lucas, I'm not gonna read his whole statement, but he pretty much said they were supposed to do a record together with Royce da 5'9", and Logic like scuffed him and he did like a freestyle instead of a real bar, and Joyner Lucas did real bars, and they had a beef for a bit because Joyner thought he was like skipping on him because Logic was, so famous at the time and successful at the time. But in reality, he confesses the beef with Logic was because he was jealous.
This is
it was due to
crazy,
jealousy.
dude.
He said he was jealousy, and he was envious of Mr. Logic and his success. At that time, when that beef occurred, 2016, that was the Everybody album, 1-800 and Black Spider-Man, my favorite song. That's
all Jason does, like he sings Black Spider-Man to himself when he sleeps. Like it is that.
I'm like, Spider-Man can be black.
Exactly.
I vote for Glover instead. Glover instead. So, no, I don't think. I don't know. Donald Glover's too old to be Spider-Man.
I think we saw a good Black Spider-Man with Miles Morales in terms of the big screen.
Yeah, but that was like a young man.
You want an old
Donald
man?
Glover is a boomer man. I'll tell you what. So Logic, don't be jealous of Logic. Joe Budden said Logic's the worst rapper of all time. Why would be jealous of that guy? Well, he was more successful than Joyner Lucas.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, when they look at Joyner, they kind of see the older Logic because they're quite similar in terms of just their rapping style and kind of what they rap.
Fast rap without any meaning.
Right. They're supposedly lyrical. Whether or not they are is a matter for debate, which we are not getting into today. Sorry. But they're very similar. They're very, very similar. It feels, yeah. So, and the good thing about them resolving their beef is it resolved into one of Jason's favorite things ever, ISIS. By Joyner Lucas.
I love ISIS by Joyner Lucas and
and Logic, dude.
And Logic. I love ISIS by Joyner Lucas.
Jason endorses ISIS.
It's a great song. It's a piece of art.
It is a piece
ISIS.
of art. It's true. It's true. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up this week with Rihanna and A$AP Rocky reportedly dating. This is the worst news I've ever heard. I had a chance, Jason. I could have had her. I could have had it all, Jason. I thought I was getting somewhere with her. I was in her DMs every day. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I found her number somewhere off of, I can't say where. But I thought I was getting somewhere, and he took her from me, man.
He took her from you.
Took her from me.
That's sus.
I know, it was sus. It was. It is.
I love Rihanna. She's been a feature on many hip-hop songs. When I was a kid listening to the radio, I would think, wow, that's a great Rihanna song. But after listening to them, like Eminem and other people, I think they are better Eminem songs.
Dude, that's such an original.
Like, who is this guy rapping on a Rihanna song? But in reality, it was the Eminem song with the Rihanna feature.
That is
she bangs on every feature.
That is so true.
Shout out to Monster by Eminem. I think that's what the song called, or Under My Bed, or whatever. That song is so good. Yep. It is so good.
Shout out to Drake and shout out to Tyler the Creator. They're probably in the same state as I am for different reasons, but for different people, but same reasons.
Were they into Rihanna?
Drake was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad for him.
That is too bad. But anyway, I think we're gonna wrap it up for this week. I think we're gonna try and we're gonna do a big recap of our year's songs. I think next week because we're gonna get a guest on as well.
Yeah, and we're gonna finally have the guest on for Castro.
We're gonna talk about Castro again.
We got it.
We're going to.
He's my boy.
He is Jason's boy. He is. It's true. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, listening. Appreciate you guys. Jason loves you.
I love you. Sorry, I love you.
And see you next week.